what's his name, man? Nimrod, man.
Yeah.
Nimrod tried to establish something like that where he was trying to unify everybody together, but the Lord wasn't with that. So the Lord went down. If you read the story in Genesis
Gen 10.
11, you can see that the Lord wasn't with that. Like I said, by sending the angels down to confound the languages of the people. And they all went their separate ways eventually, man. Because they all spoke differently. So the Lord, in the beginning of time, did not want everybody to unify. That's why it says in Deuteronomy 32, I believe it is, where it says, the Lord have separated the sons of men, the sons of Adam, and set the bounds of the people. All right? In other words, the bounds represent the land. So he would separate every nation by giving them their portion of land. That's how that went down. So what Esau is doing, it's not really of the Most High at all. If it's not of the Most High, then it's not going to work. Now, what's of the Most High is his wickedness, which he will fulfill ultimately by bringing this mark involved, and as well as causing hysteria with the people by using the wicked techniques that they use. So that's of the Lord. But that whole one world system shit, that's not of the Lord. That was never really of the Lord. Okay? Even going all the way back from them times. Go on, brother. Like I've explained. Genesis 11.
Yep.
We're talking about pretty much almost 4,000 years ago. Or 4,000 years ago. Going out. You got something.
You finished?
Oh.
You finished?
Let me just finish it off.
Okay.
It says, but gather unto him all nations, and he unto him all people. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him,
And a
taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Yeah, which is the Hebrew word is abatyat, which means which goes back to debt. And the current debt, the amount of debt that America has right now is I believe it's about $30 trillion in debt, and probably some more as well. So that's what you call thick debt. So that's a prophecy in itself, right there. Go on.
It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be booties unto them?
And they shall be booties unto them, meaning they're going to be spoils. When they stop spoiling, then they will become the spoil. And I believe that's in the book of Obadiah as well, man.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Keep going.
It says, because thou hast spoilt many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
All of the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Keep going.
Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
God. Now, if you look up that word, if you can, brother, look up that word, remnant. Somebody look up that word, remnant. What verse you in? Habakkuk
2.
Verse
8.
God, yeah. Somebody look up that word, remnant.
I've got it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did you want it in the etymology as well?
You
put it in the blue letter.
No, just get it in the blue letter. Yeah, come.
So it says remainder, excess, rest. It says remainder, remnant, other parts, and then it goes into abundantly, abundance, affluence, superiority, excellency.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of going off on that.
Yeah, but I mean,
but we can sing.
He always says excess and the rest and
right.
The remainder.
Yeah, I mean they're right on that. The remainder, because eventually, I mean, not everybody's gonna die, but I mean we can say that this would very well be the remnant which the Lord will save out of the nation of Israel, and they will be our spoils. They will be spoils unto the remnant, which is what we're going to be after all of the dust is cleared and settled. You know, because they're going to be in their little underground bunkers, and we're going to bring them out. And as it reads in the book of Psalms 149, I believe it is, where it says,
kings with chains and the nobles with
feathers of iron. Yeah, so that's going to be them. So let's read that again one more time, brother. Habakkuk 2.
Habakkuk 2 and 8, it says, because thou hast spoilt many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Yeah, so that's got to be referring to us, because the remnant among us are going to survive the nuclear holocaust, like it says in, I believe it's in the book of Mark 9:1, that some shall stand there and shall not taste of death until they see the Son of Man coming in his glory.
That's right.
All right, but even those that do get beamed up, obviously they're not going to die. They're going to come back down here on earth, and they're going to be spoiling. They're going to be spoiling the remnant of Edom that are in these underground bunkers. Okay. Well, really, the word spoil means the word booty, which means spoil. So they're going to be us. They're going to be for us.
All right.
We're going to be putting them to good use, and they're going to be basically our slaves. You know, that's what that's going into. Property or real estate.
Like the spoils of war.
Yeah, exactly. So if they got children, their children are going to be utilized. Going on.
It says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Yeah, and that's what their plan is. Their plan is just to eventually escape, create these underground bunkers. Let's go inside these bunkers and then even set up space retreats stations as well. So hopefully we can escape this nuclear holocaust, and then we can come back down here on earth and reset the world the way that we see fit. And therefore, the remains of those that are still alive after the nuclear holocaust, we can regain rulership of the earth once again and start all over again. But nah, like, there's going to be another world, but it's just not going to be you ruling, Esau. It's going to be us ruling, and we're going to be the ones making sure that you do what you're told to do, because we're going to have you in absolute slavery, man. All right? That's going to be the bottom line of the matter. We're going to be the ones to rule next. Go on, brother.
I was going to say it's going to be beautiful because Esau has always been very proud. But that moment when Esau realizes, look, I'm a slave now and I have no hope whatsoever. There's no savior coming to deliver me like these Israelites had. Seeing that look on his face is going to be priceless, man.
Yeah. You can only but imagine.
And that's them top Edomites, man. It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul.
Yeah, and that's why people are looking at them sideways, man. Like, you got the American government, you got the American people looking at the American government sideways because of all of the violence which has been wrought, that they've done in Baghdad, Iraq, and all of the above. So that shame is dead, man. And as well as even down here in the UK, a lot of people down here can't stand Tony Blair. Can't stand him, man. Can't even stand the sight of him. But he does like a snake, though. Let's be honest.
Yep.
If you take a snake,
they can't stand him because they know what he did.
Yeah.
They know he lied along with Bush, and he's gotten away with it. And he's making money hand over fist.
Doing
his little talks,
doing his little talks, and he hasn't paid for anything, man.
Doing lectures,
But what I was saying is if you get a snake and you put his face next to it, he looks just like him, man. I might do a sit down on it so you brothers see what I'm talking about.
I remember there was a political campaign and they used his face, man. And they changed his.
Eyes,
the eyes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Devil eyes.
Yeah.
And he looked. You know, that was him, man.
That moon does look kind of bright over there, doesn't it? It does look kind of bright. Yeah, go on, slack it.
It says, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
Yeah, and that's how this Western world was set up before. I mean, excuse me, let's read that again, brother.
It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
Right, and that's how this Western world was built up. It was built by the bloods of the slaves who they enslaved. It was built by bloodshed. That's the only way that this society was built. So I mean, if you got a society which was built on bloodshed, then it's gonna go out the same, blood for blood.
That's right.
Point blank in the story, man. If somebody can get me the law on the fathering the land with blood, I think that's in Numbers 35. So I mean, for Esau to think that they're gonna just go on with the intent of this of let bygones be bygones, you're sadly mistaken.
But they don't let bygones be bygones. I saw a news report, and they had some 83-year-old Nazi up in the courthouse, man. You know, so they don't.
If I may, in September 11th, right, they blamed it on Bin Laden. In 2012 when they claimed they killed him? What did Obama say? We got him. So it's like they didn't forget.
No way.
Even though you didn't do it, it's an inside job. But they didn't forget for all them years. They claim they're hunting this man. They didn't forget, so fuck them, man.
They're fucking.
But you know, though, the thing with Bin Laden, you know what I found out about Bin Laden? Bin Laden was a CIA agent.
Oh, they trained him,
They trained him,
That's Tim Osman right there.
Yeah, that's it, Tim.
That's Tim Osman.
That's an English name. Fucking hell, man. I like that name as well, man. Okay, no.
It's impossible.
Salaki, apparently he had kidney failure and died anyway a long time ago.
Yeah, it's all fake, man. That's why they
So
claim they
bullshit.
dumped his body in the sea.
Yeah,
Who does that?
Hang on, where did they say they get it from? Was it Pakistan or Libya or I don't know?
Some bullshit.
Yeah,
First
zero.
and foremost, you don't even have to tell
was hiding
anyone
in
where his
Pakistan.
body is. You know, and that's what I said about that embellishment.
Yeah.
Man. They go too far with their lies, and most people can't see through it. But you're telling us that you killed the man, and then you have to tell us you dumped him at sea. That's not even normal, and that was being questioned at the time.
God, and I remember those years. I think it was around between the mid 2000s.
Un-Muslim.
They would always pull up his face every once in a while about this guy. Oh, we still haven't caught this guy yet, and it just seemed like this guy was uncatchable.
Yeah.
He was just one of those guys that was just
Super slick.
right? Super slick and uncatchable.
Operating
From a
worldwide
cave.
national, international terrorist organization from a cave, man.
Yeah, the Tora Bora caves of Afghanistan.
I remember I was in Christianity, right, and I was around.
They did.
I was around some Edomites, and this old woman in her 80s, right? She got some like battery in her back. When they said they got him. This is an old woman, Edomite woman. Right? They got him. I wish that they just put the most he was talking about God would just dealing with him a blow. And when they got him, there's a separation between just ordinary us people and the Edomites. So they as you say, they're big on that justice thing. They don't let bygones be
That's
bygones.
right. If
But
I may,
I don't like your brother.
You-
But they say to us, oh, let
about
that go.
slavery.
Forget about that. But
Get
they're all
over it.
about justice. They're all about remembering the world wars that occurred, and they're all about including the Amalekites, remembering what happened to their own people.
Exactly.
But we gotta forget about what happened to us, man. Fuck you, devils. Man.
That's right. And I was just going to say quickly on that,
on.
what Brother Ariel said. I remember seeing the news when they supposedly killed Bin Laden, and these guys were in the street with the US flags like, USA! USA!
Yeah.
And I remember being like, man, these guys, these Edomites, I didn't know they Edomites at the time, like, I'm thinking, there's a different spirit on these people. They don't forget, man. All this thing about let bygones be bygones, they're full of shit, man.
Because Esau gasses up he blows smoke up his own people's arse.
Yeah. That's what he was doing. Yep.
So
They
flattering.
really believe that America is this great country.
Yep.
And in this
Believe
day and
in
age,
free world.
majority of people outside of America understand that place is full of shit, man.
Yeah.
But people in there, they still believe it's this great and noble country.
And it has the
of
most
justice.
world.
And it has
Yeah.
the most superior weaponry above everybody else. But everybody has the same level of technological weaponry. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, but they go out of their way to try and to stem the flow of their weapons, man. They're always talking about how they want to put a stop to Iran building nuclear weapons. But they got one of the biggest stockpiles going.
Yeah.
And Russia as well, man.
Yeah.
Because they're all Edomites, man. Let's not forget that. Everyone wants to talk about Babylon and act like Putin's this noble president, man. But he's just another Edomite, man. He's just being used by the Most High.
That's it.
Oh, you don't know?
I think we made the point on that.
Oh, so, this is Lamentations 4 and 21.
We're gonna close out soon.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the
Yeah.
land.
Chariot. See, even the chariot had to chime in. Man.
It just literally just appeared.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It just
Right
appeared.
there.
It's that
white
stationary. It's that stationary one. The clouds.
that
It's
one there.
going to stay there because the